Good day, everybody. Hello, my friend. This is Charles with the Exodus Logistics Learning Centers, which features Dispatcher 101 training for beginners with its seminar and Freight Broker 101 training for beginners with its seminar. Today, I want to give an overview of the Freight Broker 101 page on the website, www.exodusdispatchingandtraining.com. Freight Broker 101 training for beginners is designed for those people who know very little, if anything, about being a freight broker, becoming a freight broker, what that involves, what are the steps, things like that. So in our training, we cover the very basics so that you can establish your foundational understanding from that, build your foundation and grow from there as an aspiring freight broker or an agent. We actually recommend when you do join our Freight Broker 101 training for beginners, it'll be more advantageous for you to start off working as a freight broker agent under an established freight brokerage for a while to get that experience, to learn the ins and outs of the brokerage, learn their systems, their workflows, their life cycles, their processes, how to use a TMS system, the transportation management software, how to move the load from the time that the shipper sends you the load tender to the time that the carrier delivers that load for your brokerage and everything in between it. How to build your book of business or your customer base. So when, as an agent, when you leave the brokerage, you can take your book of business with you and form your own brokerage. So get the experience working under the authority of an established brokerage first, and then go off and form your own brokerage. But we also offer, if you are really adamant about just starting your own brokerage and without being an agent, we provide basic level understandings and overviews and trainings on that as well. So Freight Broker 101 training for beginners. We have our live Zoom trainings for members who are enrolled in our trainings. Every Tuesday and Friday evenings at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is the website to go to here. You click the Zoom icon here and it opens up another Zoom meeting for you. You must have a personal Zoom account and then log into your account and then click to join a meeting or a Zoom room. And then you will enter our meeting ID and our passcode to be able to access the meeting at that time. That's Tuesday and Friday evenings at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be mindful of the time zone that you are in when you are logging into the portal to get access to the trainings, okay? The live trainings, that is. It is a self-paced, learn as you go, ongoing platform. Trainings are twice a week. We do have 3 modules that we go into, and I'll go over that momentarily, but I just wanted to show you the Zoom. And this is an overview for those who are interested in freight broker training, who may have done some research, come across our YouTube channel, and may want to learn a little bit more about it, okay? So we offer a 1-day freight broker seminar training, which is a high-level overview of what being a freight broker is. Those are usually offered on Sundays, every Sundays, or on Sundays, depending on how many people sign up. I try to have at least 10 people sign up before I decide to actually give the trainings. But if and when that happens, they're held on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is the page to get to that for that. What does these seminars include? Again, it's a high-level overview of the broker requirements. We talk about the shippers, who are the broker's customers. We talk about the carriers, who are also the broker's customers to a certain extent as well, the truck drivers, the owner-operators. We talk about the different packet types that brokers would be dealing with. On the shipper side, the shipper-broker packet. On the carrier side, the broker-carrier packet, right? We go over TMS systems, the different types, what they are. TMS stands for Transportation Management Software. We talk about booking loads from a broker's perspective. How is that done? How do you change a load tender with a target rate of a shipper into a rate confirmation that you give to the carrier to deliver, and then you get paid your margins that you mark off. We offer free ebook. We have other training materials. What does a broker shipper agreement looks like, a broker carrier agreement looks like, all the other things, plus much more. So if after you have taken a seminar, Freight Broker 101 seminar, and you decide that you want ongoing training, more training, then of course what you pay, similar to Dispatcher 101, what you paid for the seminar, the $199, will be rolled over into or deducted from the cost of the Freight Broker single membership training. So on the ongoing training for freight brokers, we have the single member $5.99 or the 2-for-1. So in either case, 2-for-1 is $9.99. So if you decide as a single member after you took the seminar, you deduct $199 from the $299, and that leaves $400. Or if you took a seminar at $199 and then you want to bring someone in on the 2-for-1 special for $9.99, then the $199 can still be deducted from the $9.99, and then you pay that difference, which is, what is that, $800. So those are the price points. What do you get with the ongoing Freight Broker 101 training? Well, as it says here on the screen, I'm sharing my screen, hopefully. You get the back office orientation. You get a welcome email giving you the back office orientation, passcode to access orientation, right? And start here. So we get in, and from orientation, you have access to everything else. So from orientation, you will have access to, I'm not gonna log in, but I'm just showing you orientation. You start there, you get the passcodes, the guest passcodes for everything else from that point. So orientation, you watch the video, you download the passcodes, the guest passcode passwords for each of the remaining sublinks. So orientation is the orientation video. Then we talk about the prerequisites to freight brokering. Some of those things, of course, you want to have your business set up, maybe a business plan, however, legal structure, you want LLC, EIN, S Corp. We briefly go over those. And then we talk about the freight broker requirements. You know, what's required to be a freight broker? You know, a bond, you need a bond, right? You need an MC, a broker authority. You need a UCR. You need insurance, contingent cargo, whatever that process is, either contingent cargo, liability, errors and omissions. You need a process agent, BOC 3. BOC stands for blanket of companies, right? Or blanket of coverage. So you need those things. And then we discuss the difference between what is a freight broker versus a freight broker agent. Who works for whom, right? What are the duties and responsibilities of the broker? What are the duties and responsibilities of the agent? And who handles the financials in that situation? So then next we talk about workflow, 4 Rs, working capital. And as it relates to brokerage, you know, different ways to get capital, acquire credit, things like that. The 4 Rs, research, reach out, return and repeat, you know, rinse and repeat. So you want to research the company, reach out to them to try to get them under your brokerage, right? And then you move a load for them, right? So you form a relationship with them, and then you get a return after you get return business from them. So the 4 Rs, you research the company by finding your niche. You know, what do they haul? What is their commodity? What equipment types that the commodity is going to go on? Then you reach out to them. Either you physically visit them if they stay within a certain drive radius of you, or you do cold calls, or other types of campaigning, marketing campaigns, advertising campaigns, branding and promoting campaigns. So, and then you build relationships with them by moving their freight in a timely fashion and doing exactly what they require to do according to the shipper broker agreement, right? And then return means you get return business, you get more freight, things like that. So those are the 4 Rs. You know, we go over different workflows of that as well. So, and then in module 1, and we'll also remember, this is a self-paced learn as you go training for up to a year, right? So you attend the live trainings to get to me, to get questions answered, me and some of my experts that I have that are in the trainings with me as well, to get questions answered live and shown through example, how to navigate things. So module 1 is customers or shippers. Those are your customers, how to deal with them, what to say, different things. Then we go over different packet types as it relates to the shipper packet and the carrier packet. And then module 2, we go over, and I'm going to change this, approved carriers, and it should say approved carriers versus asset-based. And what that means is approved carriers are carriers that you get set up in your brokerage. You get them signed up with a broker-carrier agreement. Asset-based carriers are assets that you have already under your brokerage that you own. You may own truck and trailers in your logistics company, and you have a broker side and a trucking side. So you use those assets on your trucking side to move loads for your customers, for your shippers, right? Module 3, booking the loads. What is done in that? From the time that you get the load tender from your customers, either through an EDI integration electronically or manually sent in an email attachment, you take that tender, you import that into your TMS system, you create your rate confirmation, and then you go through that workflow, that life cycle, that process of moving that load with that approved carrier that's on that load, that takes that load, that's in your network or your asset, or you may have posted it on the load board and got a call from a carrier and brought them under your brokerage as a network approved carrier. In any case, you move that load from A to B, and then that's the process. So that's the workflow of booking the load. Utilizing your TMS system. What is a TMS system? What's the purpose of a TMS system? What's involved in the TMS system? What are some of the features of TMS systems? An example of a TMS system: Ascend, Algex, Load Pilot, Load Manager, eFreight Solutions. So these are examples of DAP has a TMS system. Internet Truckstop has a TMS system. Transportation management software. So, and then we have our tools, resources, and documents that'll help you along that way from a basics perspective. From a perspective from someone who knows very little, if anything, about being a freight broker, right? Freight broker, another word for freight brokers, are logistics providers. You are logistics providers. You provide logistics for shippers who may not have the capacity or the time to provide logistics for their own freight or the movement of their freight, and they need assistance. So you come in and provide that assistance. And that can be a way of leveraging. Having that understanding would be a way for you to leverage the fact that you are a logistics provider. You can provide that service for them, keep them happy in that regard, and keep the relationship good. So, and then we have our training videos. Our training videos library, which all of our live trainings, either Tuesday night at 6 p.m., Friday nights at 6 p.m., they are recorded and they are stored in our back office portal under our training videos library for the members to review, to get more lessons from them, more data. Maybe they missed something, they want to go back and go over it, get a clearer understanding from that point. So this is Freight Broker 101 training for beginners. It provides a foundational overview of being a freight broker or an agent for that matter. What are all the basic steps into that process? And even after you get a brokerage, let's say you get your broker up and it's active, your brokerage active, then what's next? What's the next process? Because I hear a lot of people say, well, I got an active broker authority, but how do I get shippers? What do I do, right? Well, you have to research. You have to look into these companies, find your niche. What is your niche? What do you think you're good at? What commodities, you have to understand also the hierarchy of the supply chain logistics chain, right? Raw materials, manufacturers, distributors, wholesalers, retailers, and end user. That's the hierarchy. And in each one of those sections, there are shippers available. So you decide, well, do I target manufacturers? Let me Google my area and see how many manufacturers are in the area. Then I go after the manufacturers. I can either visit them or cold call, depending on how far they live. What do I say? How do I present myself? Either over the phone or in person. How do I get past the gatekeeper? Who is the gatekeeper? What is a gatekeeper? We cover these things in the Dispatcher 101 training for beginners. So if you have any questions about that, if you're curious about any questions, whether you decide to join either the ongoing training or the seminar, or you just have a question in general, I can be reached at 2 phone numbers, 757 area code 695-9565 or 757 area code 515-1684. I can be reached at 2 emails, Exodus Logistics LLC at yahoo.com. That's Exodus Logistics LLC at yahoo.com, or info at Exodus Dispatching and Training.com. That's that's info at Exodus Dispatching and Training.com. Okay. So hope to guys see you at least in the seminar training. You have an inexpensive way to determine whether or not you want to pursue freight brokering or an agent as a career, and you won't have to worry about spending so much money. I understand that there are other freight broker trainings that are charging like thousands of dollars to give you what we provide and more, almost for free, you know. So do your research, of course. I mean, it may not be us that you deal with, but at least do your research, do your due diligence before you decide on any type of training, and then go from there. So hopefully I hear from you guys. This will be on the YouTube channel under the Freight Broker 101 Training for Beginners section. And I will see you guys hopefully in the seminar or in an ongoing training. Thank you.